PTCI's YouTube channel, and in conjunction with OPSUAggies.com, welcome you to our coverage of Panhandle State Athletics. Today, we are at Anchor D Arena at Oscar Williams Fieldhouse in Goodwell, Oklahoma, on the campus of Oklahoma Panhandle State University for a little bit of volleyball action, Sooner Athletic Conference style. The visitors today coming from Texas Wesleyan, the Rams, who come in with a 9-6 overall record, 5-2 in the Sooner Athletic Conference. Their starters, a 5'10" senior from Houston, Texas, number 1, Chastity Brown. A 5'5" senior from El Paso, Texas, number 3, Brenda Pargas. A 5'9" freshman from San Antonio, Texas, number 5, Ariana Alvarado. A 6'2" freshman from Pickerington, Ohio, number 13, Sydney Charlton. A 5'8" senior from Deer Park, Texas, number 23, Brittany Mole. And a 6' junior from Arlington, Texas, number 24, Veronica Webb. And now the starters for your Aggies. A 5'10" junior from Wichita Falls, Texas, number 17, Keely Johnston. A 5'10" freshman from Magnolia, Texas, number 10, Rochelle Carroll. A 6' freshman from Wildorado, Texas, number 12, Skylar Clevenger. A 5'7" freshman from Frisco, Texas, number 16, Sydney Saunders. A 5'11" senior from Houston, Texas, number 19, Ruth Ard. And a 5'8" senior from Conroe, Texas, number 22, Kendra Butler. Aggies come into this game with a 6-8 overall record, 3-4 in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They dropped a 3-1 match last night to Southwest Assemblies of God. That is their third straight conference match loss after starting the conference season 3-1. They'll try to right the ship this afternoon against the Rams. Referees checking out player placements. And it will be Pargas serving to start the match. Back line tipped up outside, had to bump it to the back line. That was Clevenger. Shot to the back corner is out of bounds. So side out and point to the Aggies.
Back to serve for your Aggies, number 16.
It will be number 16, Sydney Saunders, serving it up. Shot to the back line, mishandled. They're able to recover and get it back across the net. Sent to the back line by the Aggies. That one tapped up. Libero will set it up outside. And that one did not get that one across the net. She tried to set up Clevenger. So side out and point over to the Rams. 1-1 now the score. Serve from the back to the back line. Set up outside to Clevenger, sends it to the back line. That one dug out. Shot is too strong, too high. And a side out and point back to the Aggies. Checking in for the Aggies, number 19, Ruth Ard. Checking out will be the libero Sanchez. That one tipped across. Set up outside. Clevenger just has to tap that one across. A little bit too long. As Butler checks out and Sanchez checks back in. 2-2 now the score. That one dug out and tried to tip it over, but hit the pole. Is Carroll. So 3-2 in favor of Texas Wesleyan. to the front line, outside to Clevenger, sends it over. That one dug out. To the back line. Set up outside, tipped across the court. That one partially blocked. Sent over right between the defenders by Carroll. Great shot. Side out back to the Aggies, and we're tied up at 3 apiece.
Back to serve for the Aggies now, number 12, Skylar Clevenger.
Clevenger will serve. Nice shot to the back line. Set up across. Yeah, Carroll couldn't get that one to fall back across the net on the block attempt.
Tessa Francois checks in for the Aggies. Burns checks in as well as number 15, Michaela Flowers.
Number 9, Tessa Francois checks into the game. So 4-3 Rams. Set up outside. That one dug out in the back line. Nice shot. And a kill shot from the front line. That was number 24, Veronica Webb. Makes it 5-3 in favor of the Rams. Back up front, Butler has to just tip it over. And nice block at the net by Butler and Johnston, but they're able to tap it over into the empty spot near the net. Now 6-3. Morgan Burns, number 9, serving again for the Rams. That one dug out. Set up outside. Carroll with the shot across. That one partially blocked. They'll set it up. Dug out in the back line. Outside shot. Tips it over the block. Through the block. That one tipped up. And the setup outside. Crossing shot. And a net call there against the Lady Rams. So side out to the Aggies. 6-4 now the score. They trail. Shot to the back line, dug out. Set up outside. Shot across is a little bit too strong from Saunders. So side out. Back over to the Rams. 7-4 now the score. As Mole checks in for the Rams. That one dug out, barely got to that one. They just have to send it over to the corner. And makes it a tough return though, so great job there by Saunders. Gets the side out. Kendra Butler checks back in for the Aggies. Now serving Ashley Sanchez. Sends it to the back line. Shot to the back line, dug out, tipped across. Set up in the middle for Butler. That one partially blocked. Outside setup, dug out in the back line. Sent across and off the block by Saunders. So another point for the Aggies. 7-6 now the score. They trail by 1. And that serve out of bounds, so side out and point for the Rams. 8-6 now the score. Brown and number 4 Ashley Curry back into the game now for the Rams. That one tipped down for the kill by Butler. Clevenger checks back in with the Aggies. And Webb checks back in for the Rams. 8-7. Aggies trailing by 1. And a kill shot right down the middle by Brown. No chance on that one. Checking in and now serving number 3, Brenda Pargas. And also Charlton, Sydney Charlton back in, number 13. Dug out by the libero. Butler with the shot to the corner. It's inbounds. Side out back to the Aggies. They trailed 9-8. Now serving Saunders. And that's a point for the Aggies. They tie it up at 9 apiece. Unable to return.
Back to serve now for your Aggies, number 16, Sydney Saunders.
Saunders next serve. Dug out back line, set up out wide, and that shot is out of bounds wide. Aggies take the lead, 10-9. Saunders' serve is an ace as it catches that back corner. Caught him looking. That was like a third strike there. Caught him looking. 11-9. Aggies lead. Backline digs it out, set up in the middle, tried to tip it over the block, but Butler skied up and got that one as well. 12-9 now. OPSU with the lead. That one dug out. The dive outside shot off the block, sent back across, and knocked down for the kill by Brown as Butler couldn't get back in position there as it happened so quickly. Alvarado checks in for the Rams. Now 12-10, Aggies lead. Serve, that one dug out. Butler at the line, that one dug out. Shot back across to the back line, dug out. Sent across to the back. That one volleyed back over. Outside shot is partially blocked and dug out. And that point to the Aggies. Tatum Brown in for the Rams, and Ard in for the Aggies. 13-10 now, OPSU with the lead. And it will be Kendra Butler serving for Panhandle. Jump serve, dug out in the back line. That one volleyed across. In the middle, tapped across by Ard, sent back. They try to set her up outside. That one blocked at the net. Carroll couldn't get enough on that one. Sanchez checks back into the contest. 13-11, Aggies leading by 2. Lopez, the libero, serving for the Rams. Shot by Ard, a little bit too long. 13-12 now, the Aggies lead is cut to 1. And Butler's shot blocked by Webb, and we're all tied up at 13 apiece. Dug out in the back line. Backwards, they get it across. They are able to get it back. Outside shot is dug out nicely. Back to the net though, hard to return. Texas Wesleyan has regained the lead, 14-13. Outside. And falling into the net there was Keely Johnston as she tried to set up Clevenger outside. 15-13 now the score. Johnston sets up Clevenger this time outside, and there they go with the kill shot. The side out back to Panhandle. Clevenger will serve. They trail by 1. Set up outside, off the block, and it does fall inbounds. Kind of took a awkward angle, so hard to return. Francios back into the game for Panhandle. 16-14 now the score. Aggies trailing by 2. Outside, they'll send it across. After the kill, and gets it. That's Webb again. 17-14 now. That one dug out. Johnston, Clevenger gets it off the block to go out of bounds. That was actually Carroll on that one. Win the side out and the point for the Aggies. She'll also be serving. 17-15 now the score. That one a shot from Webb. The kill shot. 18-15 wins the side out. Back for Texas Wesleyan. Alvarado will be serving. Johnson sets her up outside, but a touch of the net by Johnston. 18-15 now in favor of the Rams. Johnston. Saunders sends it across. Tipped it over the block, sent back across by Carroll. Webb's shot blocked at the net. Sent to the back line, and it falls between two players. Francios and Carroll right there, and just a little miscommunication. Timeout on the floor. Texas Wesleyan leads Panhandle State 20-15 in game 1.
Just to give you an update on the score for OPSU's football team on the road at Texas College. Heading into the 4th, the Aggies lead 34-0. So the Aggies are on top on the road this weekend. Would also like to remind you the concession stand is.
We'll go ahead and mention, just heard that the Panhandle State Aggie football team on the road at Texas College, and they're leading right now 34-0. They will have their first home game coming up here, a couple of them in October and then a couple in November as well. Make sure you make it out there. Some great action. They need all the support we can give them for those home games. OPSU Volleyball, their next contest after this will be October the 4th. They'll be at Oklahoma City University, and then on the 5th at Southwest Christian. Next home matches will be October 18th and 19th when they'll host Langston and Central Christian. That one dug out in the back line out front, tipped over the block. Rams able to volley it back across. Johnston sets up Saunders again, and she's able to get that one to fall as Butler checks back into the game. 20-16 now. Sanchez will be serving for the Aggies. Sends that one to the back line. Set up in the middle to Webb, dug out on the back line. Saunders sends it across and unable to get it returned. So 20-17 now as the Aggies cut into the lead a little bit more. Set up outside. That one dug out by Carroll, but Webb with the kill shot. Side out and point back to the Rams. The Curry, who will check in and serve. That one dug out. Johnston. Saunders had trouble with that one off the net, partially blocked, so they were able to continue the volley. Able to get it across. That one off the tip. Saunders, Johnston. Sanchez sends it across. That one dug out by Frencios. That shot too wide by Carroll. And so 22-17 now the score here in game one. That service into the net. So ball back over to the Aggies. It will be Johnston serving as Clevenger checks back in for the Aggies and Webb checks back in. And a kill shot there by Chastity Brown. 23-18 now the score. Checking in and serving Brenda Pargas for the Rams. Johnston sits up Butler in the middle. Her shot too long. And that is going to make it game point here. 24-18. There's the serve from Pargas. Too long. That was close. Sanchez let that one go in. It barely landed out of bounds. 24-19. And so Sydney Saunders serving now for the Aggies. That one sent back, but too hard. And that is the match, or that is the game. So the Aggies drop game one, 25-19. They'll look to bounce back in game two, which has been their best game statistically throughout the season.
Experience freedom with PTCI Cellular and save money. PTCI has locally owned towers to cover our home area, and we partner with nationwide providers to serve you nationally. You have the freedom to travel anywhere in the United States with no worries. Stay PTCI local with the newest phones on the market, and that's not all. Save up to $600 on a new phone. Remember to shop local, live large, and save money with PTCI.
Call 338-2556 or click ptci.net for details today.
And we are ready for game 2. Referees checking lineups. As I mentioned earlier, the Aggies, their best game of throughout the season has been game 2 in their matches. Won 5 of those, only lost 2. And point to the Aggies to start this one up, 1-0. Number 13, Caitlin Falk, serving for Panhandle. That one sent to the back line. And that one return shot too long. 2-0, Panhandle State. Shot outside, cannot dig that one out as Carroll dove for it, but could not quite get that one out. Side out and point over to the Rams. 2-1 now. Aggies with the lead. And another point for the Rams. That'll tie that one up at 2 apiece. Dug out in the back line, set up in the front. That one blocked. Aggies send it back across though. Outside shot, cross court, dug out, sent back. Shot in the middle, blocked, sent back across. That one blocked as well. Lady Aggies with some nice blocks there on that front line. That one dug out by Sanchez, sent over by Saunders. To the back line. Saunders cross court and sent back by Clevenger to the back line. Set up outside to Saunders, dumps it over the block and into that hole right in the middle. Side out and point for the Aggies. 3-2 they now lead. Saunders serving. Set up outside shot, dug out. Sanchez, the second hit, sit across by Clevenger. And a kill shot right in the middle by Brown on that one as she'll check out. Webb checks in. Dug out in the back line. A little bit of miscommunication there. As Falk tried to set up Butler there. 4-3 now. Rams with the lead. That one dug out by Sanchez, but went into the stanchion there, so really no opportunity to return. 5-3 now the score. Back line, out front, out wide. Clevenger's shot blocked. That shot dug out, sent back across. Tried to set up Butler, but just a little bit off on that one. 6-3 now the score in favor of Texas Wesleyan. Set up outside, and that one blocked. Carroll went up for the kill and was blocked by Webb. And also Sydney Charlton too. 7-3 now the score. That one blocked at the net, to the back line, it'll stay in. That was Alvarado on that one, so a little bit of a rally going here by Texas Wesleyan. It's now 8-3. They lead here in game 2. Saunders tips it across. That one out of bounds. She sent it cross court. A side out and point to the Aggies. It'll be Butler serving. Jump serve. Shot at the net by Webb. Breaks through the blockers. Burns and Flowers check in for the Rams. 9-4 now their lead. Butler tips it over the block. Webb sends it to the back line, and that's not going to be returned. 10-4 now the score. We've got a timeout on the floor. OPSU trails in game 2, 10-4.
Freedom with PTCI Cellular and save money. PTCI has locally owned towers to cover our home area, and we partner with nationwide providers to serve you nationally. You have the freedom to travel anywhere in the United States with no worries. Stay PTCI local with the newest phones on the market, and that's not all. Save up to $600 on a new phone. Remember to shop local, live large, and save money with PTCI.
Call 338-2556 or click ptci.net for details today.
Morgan Burns serving for Texas Wesleyan. Aggies needing to get back into this one quickly. Outside shot, Clevenger, and gets it through the block. Side out and point to the Aggies. 10-5 now the score. And it will be Clevenger serving as well. Webb shot into the net, so another point for the Aggies, 10-6. Here's Clevenger's serve to the back line. And just an incredible kill shot there. Brittany Mold checks back in. Alvarado serving. That one dug out by Francios. Webb gets that one across off the block, but went sideways. So side out back to Texas Wesleyan, 12-6 now the score. That one dug out and sent back across. And then for the second time in the match, they've had one fall between two players. Falk and Carroll both misread and thought the other one was going to get it. 13-6 now the score. And another point for the Rams, now 14-6 the score. Checking in for the Aggies, number 17, Keely Johnston. There's Johnston, sets up Butler, tips it over the block. Or actually it was Ard. That one sent across by Carroll. Saunders. Johnston sends it across. The kill shot though by Webb. 15-6 now as the Rams continue to build on their lead here in match 2. That one dug out. Set up for Ard. Ball misplayed again. 16-6 now the score. That one sent across. Webb's shot blocked. And they'll say she went into the net, so side out and point over to the Aggies. Number 7, Haley Harvey in for the Rams, now serving for the Aggies, Rochelle Carroll. Outside shot does fall in. That was from Mole. As Brown and Curry check back in. 17-7, it will be Curry serving for the Rams. Saunders tried to tip that one across, but the block was there. 18-7 now. Johnston saved that one. And a net touch by the Aggies. 19-7 now, as Texas Wesleyan has dominated game 2. Madison Little, number 11, checks in for Texas Wesleyan. And that one knocked down by Brown. 20-7 now. Clevenger comes in, the Aggies. There's a serve, dug out. Johnston sends it across. Shot to the back line. Back line shot, tipped up. Volley back. Johnston sends it across to set up Saunders, sends it cross court. That one dug out. Sent back by Curry. Johnston sets up Ard. And that one blocked at the net and knocked backwards. 21-7 now as the rally continues for the Rams. To the back line to Clevenger, Johnston. Carroll sends it across. And that kill shot is Sanchez can't do much with that one. It was just too strong. 22-7 now. That one blocked. But Ard able to get the side out on that one as it went sideways. So 22-8 now the score. Sanchez serving for the Aggies. That one dug out outside. That one blocked, but out of bounds. Heads out of bounds as Johnston got a hand on it, but couldn't keep it in bounds. 23-8 now. as Pargas and Charlton check back in for the Rams. Dig and set up Saunders. That one not returned. Side out, point for the Lady Aggies. Keely Johnston will be serving now. Dug out at the back line. Sent over by Brown. Dug out though by Sanchez. Outside hitter sends it across the court. Johnston there. Clevenger sends it back across. Diving save there by Sanchez. And we are to game point here now again, 24-9. As Alvarado checks in. And Madison Little will be serving for the Rams. Jump serve. Dug out by Saunders. They'll set up Saunders in the middle. Can't get it across. And that is game two, dominated by Texas Wesleyan as they take down the Lady Aggies 25-9. So the Aggies are going to have game three trailing 2-0.
My name's and I recently purchased internet service from PTCI. I was asked about virus protection and I fibbed and said I was covered. Big mistake. A few months after my internet was installed, my bank called. I'd been hacked. They took all my money. I'd opened an email, downloaded malware that allowed some cyber crook access to my bank info. Don't let this happen to you. Take advantage of Tech Home from PTCI.
Experience freedom with PTCI Cellular and save money. PTCI has locally owned towers to cover our home area, and we partner with nationwide providers to serve you nationally. You have the freedom to travel anywhere in the United States with no worries. Stay PTCI local with the newest phones on the market, and that's not all. Save up to $600 on a new phone. Remember to shop local, live large, and save money with PTCI.
Call 338-2556 or click ptci.net for details today.
And we are set for game three of this match. I'll check the lineups here first. As Ard checks out, Sanchez checks in. Lady Aggies are coached by head coach Shelby Bartley in her first year as the head coach. She did assist Signe Combs last year. Signe Coombs last year. Here's the serve. Johnston sets up Clevenger outside, and that one is blocked by Brown. 1-0 Rams. That one dug out by Sanchez. Sent across by Clevenger to the back line. Brown dumps that one in. Outside to Saunders, sends it across, dug out. Over the front line, sent back across by Carroll. To the back line, and it is in. Coach Bartley and several of her players arguing that one, but that one did look in. 2-0 now, Texas Wesleyan. Sanchez tried to dig that one and went sideways. 3-0 now, Rams. That one dug out, but a little miscommunication again there, as after that initial hit, no Aggie there to make a good solid second hit on it. 4-0 now. Johnston at the net to Butler, but bumped the net again. 5-0 now the score. Aggies played tough in that first game, but they have struggled since then. Johnston outside to Clevenger, off the block. And set up outside. That one dug out by Carroll. Johnston over to Saunders. Sent across, Sanchez sends it back across. Johnston, Carroll, Saunders at the net. That one too strong outside. 6-0 now the score. Saunders over to Johnston, back to Saunders as she dumps it over the block. And Brown does the same back the other way, and Johnston can't get to it. 7-0 now. Quite a start to this game 3 for Texas Wesleyan. And Aggies finally earn a point there. They'll side it out. Saunders will serve. Do have a final from the football game, as Panhandle State has defeated Texas College 34-8. So great news there. Nice block set up there. Clevenger and Butler there for it. 7-2 now the score. That one blocked at the net by Butler, but caught the net with her fingers, so.
Now goes back to serve.
8-2 now the score in favor of Texas Wesleyan. Johnston. Clevenger sends it across two-handed, and looks like it landed out of bounds, so 9-2 now. Just two servers so far for Texas Wesleyan here in game 3. Already leading 9-2. Butler dumped that one across. That one too strong and out of bounds. Side out back to the Aggies as Ard returns to the game. It will be Kendra Butler who will be serving. There's her jump serve to the back line. Too strong. Side out back to Texas Wesleyan. 10-3 now the score.
Now serving for the Rams, number
Johnston sets up Carroll. Carroll dumps it across. Saunders got a piece on that one. But they couldn't get the return. Clevenger tried to get to it, but could not quite get there. 11-3. To the back line, Saunders. Outside to Clevenger, nice setup there by Johnston. They couldn't get that one to fall in bounds. 12-3 now the score. Johnston at the net, sets up Ard. Kind of had the awkward shot and a kill shot by Sydney Charlton. We've got a timeout on the floor. Texas Wesleyan leads Panhandle State 13-3 here in game 3.
Experience freedom with PTCI Cellular and save money. PTCI has locally owned towers to cover our home area, and we partner with nationwide providers to serve you nationally. You have the freedom to travel anywhere in the United States with no worries. Stay PTCI local with the newest phones on the market, and that's not all. Save up to $600 on a new phone. Remember to shop local, live large, and save money with PTCI.
Call 338-2556 or click ptci.net for details today.
Out of the timeout, serve belongs to Texas Wesleyan, leading by 10. And Coach Bartley trying to ignite her players to, no matter what the rest of this match is, that they fight hard the rest of the way. Hard sends that one across, but it's out of bounds. 14-3 now the score. Johnston outside to Clevenger, has to just tap it across. Tapped back the other way. Carroll sent back across by Johnston. That one off the net. Johnston, Clevenger over to Carroll. She sends it hard. That one dug out. Tapped over the block. Johnston there. Sanchez gets it over to Saunders. It's volleyed back across. Set up out front. Johnston over to Ard. And that one to the back corner. Nobody there. 15-3 now the score. That one dug out nicely there by Saunders. Carroll sends it across, but hit a little too high in the hand. 16-3 now the score. Outside to Clevenger from Johnston. And Clevenger with the kill shot there. She'll be serving now. Aggies trailing 16-4. And Sanchez can't get to that one. Looks to be a little injured on that. And no, she'll say she's okay. Francios checks back in.
Number 22, Garcia.
17-4. It'll take a little time to clean up a wet spot there. Sanchez digs it out. Johnston over to Carroll. That one blocked. Hard sends it across. tapped across. And Webb gets it in front of the block. 18-4 now the score. That one dug out by Saunders. Johnston sets up Ard off the block. That one blocked at the net by Ard, and that's something we haven't seen too much today is when Webb's had those opportunities, she scored most of the day, but Ard with a nice block for the side out and the point. 18-5, Panhandle State trails. And a carry call will make it 18-6. That one blocked at the net by Saunders and Ard, but couldn't get it to fall in bounds. 19-6 now the score is the side out. Back over to Texas Wesleyan. Johnson sets up Saunders, but her tap is blocked at the net by Flowers. 20-6 now. And serve dug out by the back line. Johnson sends it across. Aggies can't get in on that one. It's now 21-6. Frangios trying to get to that one, but just could not. Dug out by Frangios. Johnston, Saunders sends it across. That one tapped back across by Ard. And that kill shot to the back line. Once again, that was Flowers. 22-6 now. And off the hands of Franchios on the back line. 23-6. Sanchez, Johnston outside to Saunders, taps it over the block. And another point as that was a kill shot there by Flowers. And we are at match point now, 24-6. And that one into the net. Side out, back over to Panhandle as Butler checks in, 24-7. Sanchez serving. Sends it across to the back line. Set up in the middle, and it's blocked by Butler. Webb went for the kill shot, but nice block there by Butler. 24-8 now. Outside the Flyers, diving save there by Carroll. And another block by Butler. Butler and also Johnston there for the block. 24-9. Lady Aggies down to that match point, but boy, they're not going down without a fight. Webb to the back line, and that is the match. Panhandle State unable to return, and they lose in 3 sets, 25-19, 25-9, and 25-9. Stick around, we'll talk to head coach Shelby Bartley in just a moment.
weekend to southeastern Oklahoma State on the 3rd through the 5th. And the equestrian team opens up the season on October 5th at the University of Texas. Also, to give you an update, a final now, your OPSU men's football team picks up their first victory, beating Texas College on a score of 34-8. They will be at home coming up next weekend. We thank everybody for coming out today. Wish you a safe trip home. This is Derek Ford, the host of your OPSU Aggies, reminding you it's always a great day to be an Aggie.
Okay, we are here with Coach Bartley. And Coach, tough one out there today. You guys started out, looked like you were pretty strong early on, but just it was not clicking, especially in game 2 and 3.
Yeah, we've had a lot of injuries the last couple of weeks, so we're trying to recoup from the injuries and stuff like that. So we had to put people in spots that they weren't typically used to. I couldn't say like that probably had something to do with it, but we'll definitely hit the court hard on Monday and get stuff fixed.
Well, and you know, statistically, you guys probably one of the areas you've been the best at this year is avoiding errors. You know, you're typically better than your opponent when it comes to that, but today the errors were there, and that probably had a lot to do with that. The people in different positions. Is that right?
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yep.
Well, it doesn't get any easier. You guys head out on the road to a couple of very tough opponents, especially Oklahoma City University, and What do you think your team has to have happen to move towards a little more positive this way, as it's been a rough stretch here?
Confidence. I think we're lacking. I know we haven't done as good as we were at the very beginning, so I know confidence has a lot to do with our success right now. And that's something we have to hone in on practice and giving them confidence and being there to support them when they need it the most. So I think confidence and less errors clearly, but those two things will bring us out on top against us next weekend.
Well, the Lady Aggies and also Coach Bartley will try to regroup as they head back out on the road. Remember, they'll be back here on the 18th and the 19th, Langston, and also I believe Central Christian. Is that correct? USAO. They'll have those two games. So come out and support the Lady Aggies. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Experience freedom with PTCI Cellular and save money. PTCI has locally owned towers to cover our home area, and we partner with nationwide providers to serve you nationally. You have the freedom to travel anywhere in the United States with no worries. Stay PTCI local with the newest phones on the market, and that's not all. Save up to $600 on a new phone. Remember to shop local, live large, and save money with PTCI.
Call 338-2556 or click ptci.net for details today.